Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. It's the Oregon Ducks and the Alabama Crimson Tide. Reese Davis, Nathan Mulligan, Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Holly Rowe on the sideline.
Guys, when I walk out onto the grass here at Saban Field, this is one of the most iconic places in all of college sports. When Bryant-Denny is good, it's one of the most dynamic home field crowds. They are so excited to welcome back their Crimson Tide, and they are really loud early in this pregame. I'll keep you posted on how loud, how crazy, and how frenetic it gets here for the Crimson Tide. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. The Ducks ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Offense in a bunch formation. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move.
And, man, that's not a surprise that they come to their go-to guy early. This is an offense that's so much fun to watch, and it's because they know who they are. They know how to get the ball to their playmakers. And on the first drive, Palmer, get your guy a touch, get him involved. You know receivers got some feelings, Jesse. I love that they're getting him lathered up and a touch early in this football game.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys who feels like he's open every single play, so it is a good idea to get him going early. For the defense, that's a bit of a jab in the face right there, because you came into this game, you know who's going to get the ball. You know where they're throwing it. You've got to do a better job now disguising your coverages to try and limit him and take him away as much as possible.
They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. They'll leave it with the lone back. There he goes. He'll be knocked out of bounds after picking up a few.
And they just kind of sneaked that one in there as a defensive guy, 3rd and 5+. I'm thinking pass. They were thinking pass, Palmer, and they slipped the run in.
And it's so nice then to have this guy running back too, right? Because you could throw it to him on 3rd down or hand it off. And he's got the vision and the athleticism to go pick up that first, keep the drive going.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
The hardest thing to do in football is to play on the road. So you want to get those fans as quiet as possible. That is a great opening possession for them.
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. Russell on play action. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver.
Fires the pass, intercepted. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line. Tide ready to roll on offense. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on 3rd down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
From the gun, running back gets to give. Looks as if the Crimson Tide will have the first down. A cornerstone of the Alabama program really throughout history has been be physical, establish a running game.
Yeah, great running backs. I mean, not only are you recruiting great players in the offensive line and skill and all over the place, but so many great backs that you can name off the top of your head that played at Alabama, that ran it with an edge, that ran it physical, that always represented that style. And you can see Alabama, they're always going to do this. They're going to establish the run.
Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be third down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
And he avoids the sack.
That's a really good break on the football. He sees the ball come out, and he hits him right as he's catching it. Nice job of dislodging the football from the receiver. That's a good play by the defensive back.
Wanting to move the chains. Here comes Alabama on fourth. Again, it's Russell. Converts on fourth down. Still going. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
That is a huge play early in this game. We came into this thing wondering just how aggressive this offense wanted to be, and there you go. First half, fourth and long. We're not bringing the punter out on the field. We've got a guy that we think can read the defense and deliver a strike. We've got playmakers stretching the field vertically. They show you how dangerous they can be on that last fourth down there.
And that defense just ran through that offensive front. He broke a couple of tackles, but nowhere to run.
And it wasn't lack of effort by the running back. He was trying. You could tell he fought one guy off, but another guy in his face right away, but just trying to do something. The offensive line needs to do a better job keeping some guys off his guy. Come on, man. Take care of your running back.
Russell from the gun on third down. Finds his tight end. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. They're going to stay aggressive and leave the offense out there on fourth down again. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They're going to go right back to him on first down. And a short gain on this run, and that'll bring us to the end of the first. Still looking for our first score of the game as we start the second quarter. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Russell. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be third down. Trying to pick up a first down. From the gun on third down, Keelan Russell. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
You know, as an offense, you're playing this defense. They're in a 3-4 alignment. And you're worried about the pass rush coming off the edge. How about big fella in the middle? Completely collapsed the pocket on that play.
Splits the uprights right down the middle. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll bring it out. It's Stewart. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They're looking for any type of offense to try to get this thing going down 3-0. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one.
Nice job by this defense playing assignment football. Somebody has to have the quarterback. Somebody has to have the pitch. And most importantly, when you get there, you've got to get him on the ground. Nice job tackling by this defense.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Just couldn't get away from the tackle.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on third down. Pulls and fired complete. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's 4th down.
It's a good decision by the quarterback. The defense was blitzing, so he threw hot to his running.
Guys, look at this. I'm surprised they're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th down. 4th down, Moore. Fires to the wideout. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not.
Man, your goal of a defense is to stop them, is to force punts, and then this is just gravy. Now they go for it on 4th down and medium. On their side of the field, you get the big stop and a chance to switch the momentum here in the first half.
Dropped immediately. He got nothing on 1st down.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Keelan Russell grabs it. Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. Trying to squeak through the pile. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
4th down and 3, and they'll try to pick it up. Making the adjustment on the play. Russell will throw for it on 4th. Got it! They will score! Touchdown, Alabama! On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. He'll bring it out. It's Stewart. He stopped at the 23, a couple of yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Dante Moore. Right side, it's Hooks. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. They created a lot of breathing room with that first play of the drive. Now 1st down from the 39. Moore to the air. Out wide left, it's Hooks. Makes the grab almost to the 1st down marker, but a good pickup on that one. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. He's looking to throw. Throws it deep. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Down to the 48-yard line as he takes it away and takes it back to set up his offense. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. They go play action with Russell. He wants to take the top off. Got it down the field. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 of the 11. Going to the run, it's Hill. Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard. The Ducks signal for their first timeout. And now what will they come up with on this 2nd down play? Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Nowhere to go. Now Oregon will call its 2nd timeout. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this 3rd down play.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
Just drives it between the uprights. And that will extend their lead even further.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Coming out with it, it's Stewart. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Here's Moore to throw. Left side is Hooks. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Got a man. It's Hooks. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield. And the Ducks moving quickly to the line.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job. Drops.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Well, at this juncture of the game, obviously the offense has struggled. No points up on the board. You're at the end of the first half, and you're just trying to make something happen. That time the quarterback thought he had a guy open way down the field, but again, the defense in perfect position, and that thing falls in.
And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Trying to take it back. Touchdown, Bama! This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
From deep, it's Stewart. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Moore. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Moore to the air. Throws to the wideout. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
And that's a big shot, that's a big incompletion, but this offense has to continue to do more of that. When you're trailing and you've got to make plays, they got to find creative ways to push this ball down the field and get this offense in a flow.
Motion from the back.
Booster! Ready, go!
Moore from the gun on 3rd down. Looking for a huge play. Swatted away and broken up. A great play there by the DB.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here late in the first.
But look at this. They're not setting up to punt. They're going to try to cut into this lead, and this is a huge risk late in the half. Again, it's Moore. Shoots it to the left. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. So it's 1st down, but with just a few seconds, they'll try to put up a 3 before halftime. The holder will kneel down at the 29, making it a 39-yard attempt. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And now the lead is even bigger.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep chalking out there.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. Throwing more. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. And a big play on the outside. What a job to keep those feet in bounds and get the completion. We are just about ready to start the second half.
I haven't said a word. So soft ass.
And he's going to bring it out. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23.
Wasting my time. Now I'm talking.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on fourth downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
Don't quit.
Dante Moore.
Go crazy.
Out wide left, it's Hooks. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. From the gun on third down, Dante Moore. He'll take the deep shot.
You should get the cross.
Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. He stopped not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football. Here comes that Alabama offense. So after that turnover, they can add to this already sizable lead with their first drive of this second half. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Second and long here. Takes the handoff. It's Hill.
Wow. Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
Still got a chance, bro.
Making his first move. He's got great speed. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. Here comes the Duck offense to get the drive started. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. Here's Moore to throw. Looking left. Finds his man. It's Bear. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. The Ducks want to move quickly. Oh, not able to hold his water, and the offense will have it stepped off against them. They'll take the penalty and move them back. You give away 5 like that, it's hard enough to make first downs. First and 15 here. Moore will throw. Makes the grab. He's brought down, but what a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. Drops back on first down. Stepping to the right. Into the end zone. And his 5th interception of the game, a miracle they haven't pulled him yet. He's brought down, a short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick. They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5, and they'll try to get this drive started. On the ground, it's Hill.
Oh, he was
Gets a nice surge and crosses the 5 to the 6-yard line, a pickup of 3. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Russell from the gun on 3rd down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
The Crimson Tide will bring... Oh, and he can't get it out of there. It's blocked. And they'll stop him right there on the return.
Man, and you're probably thinking, who the heck has that guy? The block right up the middle. Guy comes right near the center, comes through the formation, gets his hands up and gets the block. Somebody definitely missed an assignment on that punt.
Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Ducks.
Touchdown, Oregon. Number 1 with the carry.
Getting aggressive here and going for 2. Left side, it's Johnson. Does not get there. Boy, they stopped him just short of the goal line and kept him from getting the 2.
23, Oregon 6.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Takes off. Tackled behind the line, and he'll lose 1 on the play. Alabama quickly back to the line.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
From the gun on 3rd down, Keelan Russell. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there. The Ducks signal for their first timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Throwing Russell. And they gambled in their own end, turn it over on downs, and now the other offense is set up.
I know the analytics tell me to be aggressive and go for it, but in the second half, in these ball games, the analytics don't work for every single situation. And right now, you've set them up. I just hope this one doesn't come back to bite you right in the hiney.
Looking to the big tight end. And he throws another interception. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. They believe they can run right here. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Russell on play action. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Gets it out to the 22-yard line, and that'll be enough for the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Sells the run, looking to pass. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And the defense needed that one badly. They're losing in this game. They just gave up a big play, so they finally get the sack, but you feel like they're going to need more than that. They're going to need some turnovers to get back in this game.
Russell. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Now Oregon will call its 2nd timeout. And they'll have to be very judicious as they only have 1 timeout remaining. And whatever they did on 1st and 2nd down, don't do that anymore. 3rd and very long coming up. Looking to throw, it's Russell. Fires to the wideout. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. Not a lot of room to field this one. Wide open, and it's a foot race. Excellent coverage and tackle that time, and that's how the 3rd quarter comes to a close. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the 1st down. Moore.
Nope.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Breaks into the open. The 40. At the 20. They finally get him down.
Thank you. Thank you. 5 picks. You suck, bro. Suck.
Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. It's the Ohio State Buckeyes and the Alabama Crimson Tide. Alongside David Pollock and Jesse Palmer, I am Reese Davis. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We say hello to Holly.
Thanks, guys. The Tide head coach told me before the game, anytime the Big Ten takes on the SEC, it is more than just about this game. It is about bragging rights and who is the most dominant conference. We'll find out today, guys. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. And the Buckeyes ready to kick it away first. Deep in the end zone, it's Rodgers. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hill. Driven back.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find.
Snags it and he's open. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Breaks the tackle. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. Alabama pushing the tempo.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
Right at the line. He's brought down, stopped right at the 50-yard line.
And I just love when guys know exactly where the sticks are. You could tell ran with purpose, finished through the sticks, and got just enough for the first down.
And a nice job up front too, right? Good communication. Everybody knew where they had to go, hat on a hat, work the double teams, and get some push.
Setting up the screen. 7-yard pickup on that one. Is now 2nd and 3. The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short.
Gotta love this play call early in the football game. Like the quarterback, get in a rhythm, run a screen play, get it to a playmaker, create some space, move the sticks, get a first down. Nice start for this offense.
And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. And so on their opening drive of the game, they want to stay on the field, and the offense will go for it. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. They make the stop, but not before. He gets enough to convert on 4th down, and rolling the dice pays off. Throwing Russell. Trying to escape and get it himself. It's a fumble. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
And, man, I love my quarterbacks that want to make plays and make those big plays and scramble around and get away from people, but you got to tuck that football away when you're going to run through arm tackles and people are around you diving. Make sure you got that thing locked up. He did, and defense took advantage of it.
Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1.
Goodness, that happened fast. He was in the backfield before the ball was even snapped.
Oh, man, adrenaline pumping, heart beating a little faster. There is some intensity on that one. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Now here's Sayin. They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
One of the things I love about this offense is they're very versatile in their passing attack. They throw to receivers and tight ends, and the screen game is big as well. This guy is a weapon, and you're seeing that here early.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Still 3rd down, but a little less manageable after that penalty. Sayin from the gun on 3rd down. Got out of trouble and throws. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force them into a 4th down.
And a lot of times when you see running backs catch the football, man, they've got a little bit of space to operate. That's great coverage. Being right there when he catches the ball to deliver the hit, to make sure he doesn't secure the catch, elite coverage.
Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Russell. Boy, did that one have revolutions on it, but it's incomplete. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Quick handoff. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game. The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on 3rd down. Fires and picked off. At the 35, he's open. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. First play of the period, first down here. Quick give. It's Jackson. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
The Tide crowd rolling noise down onto Saban Field on third down. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run.
13.
Well, I'll tell you, it was a pretty dumb decision by the opponent to go for it so deep in their own end, and this offense now is making them pay for that. After getting the ball back on the third play of the drive, they're able to run it, get the first.
And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Number 25. Indiana.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it off with the score from the 4.
0.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. The Alabama offense coming onto the field. They're trying to put something, anything together to get that goose egg off the scoreboard, down 7-0. On target over the middle. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Really nice play getting that first down. And listen, I know when a lot of people think about the Crimson Tide recently, they think about the success they've had at the quarterback position. A big reason why, though, those guys have been playing so well, they're throwing to NFL talent all over the field. And this dude right here, he could be the next first-round pick at the wide receiver position from Ben.
Russell. Look out. Wide open downfield. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. Alabama quickly back to the line. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped. The offense knocking on the door, first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Now it's second and goal. Back to pass, it's Russell. And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7. Now on third and goal, and that earlier sack left them with more ground to cover. Throwing Russell. That third down pass was coming in hot before it fell to the ground.
And this is the part of the field, man, you really got to have a plan because these windows get smaller and you're trying to fit that ball into the end zone. It's difficult to do. Quarterback, receivers, they got to be on the same page.
Absolutely center cut. That'll bring him to within 4.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Looking for room, it's Jackson. Just smothered on the play. The Tide will have to call their first timeout. They'll get together to decide how to play this second down. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's second and 11. Here's Sayin to throw. Still looking. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Needed a little more oomph to get it there.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
Got a man in the middle. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. The run inside. It's Jackson. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a 1st down.
Great job by the quarterback, the running back, and the offensive line really selling pass. That's step one. If you're going to run an effective draw, it's got to look like pass, and then boom, you sneak it right to the running back, gets a big gain, and gets a 1st down.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. Alabama calls its 2nd timeout of the half. And now what will they come up with on this 2nd down play? It's 2nd and long now as this defense has some energy after that last. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. Now the Tide uses its 3rd and final timeout. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big 3rd down coming up. Lined up in the gun on 3rd down, say it. Out wide left, it's Smith. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43.
Who needs a 2-minute offense when you're this explosive? This offense creates the big play, completely flips the field position right away, now in a position to go ahead and score points before the half.
The Buckeyes go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Inside the 30. He's down at the 25-yard line, waning moments of the 1st half. It is a 1st down.
Man, that's so frustrating, and it happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
Man, this offense, they gotta find something. They gotta get in a rhythm somehow. So far, no success, not protecting the quarterback. Really, the only good thing I can say so far is they haven't turned the football over.
It's caught downfield. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9.
And how about this drive? Like, this offense, just the composure, backed up inside your own 10, a little bit nervous to start, and then you come out, put some plays together, put an explosive play on paper right there, and now set up to go from all the way inside your 10 and possibly get a touchdown.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
And he's in! Touchdown, Buckeyes! They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-3. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive and close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Keelan Russell, right down the middle. It's caught. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the 2nd half. And he's coming out of the end zone. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They start this 3rd quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yep.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
I think going into halftime trailing, this defense knew that they were going to have to start making plays here in the 2nd half. And early in the 3rd quarter here on this drive, they get a sack. That is really good news for this defense.
Left side is Jackson. Makes the grab and down immediately. He picks up a few.
It's a really nice job by the cornerback playing with his eyes. He sees the running back release out of the backfield, sees him get the ball. And this guy's tough. You know, there are a lot of corners out there that would try to submarine these running backs, and then they get hurdled. Not this guy. Good job getting the tackle, getting him on the ground.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. And the Buckeyes will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Trying to make one miss. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt, and I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit of a rocky first half. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Alabama with a multitude of options on second and short. Running inside, it's Riley. He'll be dragged to the ground, but it'll be a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one.
They run it, they get the first down, and look at the offense. Right back on the football, ready to crank this tempo up.
He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Russell from the gun on third down. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. Quarterback changing the play. Fourth down, Russell. Hauls it in, the first down and more. Dragged to the ground, but not before. He's converted the fourth down to keep the drive going.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
After the 9-yard completion, a wide-open playbook on second and short. Tough run here. It's Riley. They pull him down, but he's got enough, and it'll be a first down for this offense. Alabama pushing the tempo. Russell. They're all over him. Nice move there. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Wants to throw. It's Russell. Timed him perfectly to knock it free and forces a third down.
And you see, once you start to get to the red zone, the contested catch rate goes way through the roof. Who can make those plays when you're physically getting hit? Nice job by the defense, man. Make them earn it. Make them feel it. Get your hands through the contact of the football when they're trying to make the catch. Great job breaking on the football at the perfect time.
He'll be stopped short. It'll be fourth down, and let's see what the decision is here. Needs it. And he's brought down, but they believe the offense could convert the fourth down, and it paid off. First and goal, and this feels like their chance to give him a finish. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Crimson Tide! They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, they cut the lead to 14-10. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. He'll bring it out. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Hits inside. It's Jackson. Enough to move the chains. Oh, look out on the right. Past the 30. Inside the... And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Buckeye.
Number 25 in the end zone.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed them for the big play in the running game. One snap, one touchdown. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They haven't had a whole lot of production nor much to show for it on the scoreboard so far, and if they're going to get back in this game, it needs to start right now. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there. After the 9-yard completion, the playbook wide open on 2nd and 1. They'll send the back in motion. They go play action with Russell. Can hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it, man, they got to start making those plays.
He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. We take a moment to look at the stats of what has been a tight ball game. One final quarter to play and a W in the win column at stake as we open the 4th. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Looking for the marker. Knocked down, but he's got enough to move the chains and convert that 4th down. Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. Throwing Russell.
And a lot of times when you're in your own territory and it's 4th and 1, you see the offense try to draw people off sides. No, sir. They said, we're going to get this thing. We need 1 yard. We got 1 yard. We worked on it all week. They were successful. Nice aggressiveness early in their own territory.
He is brought down, but man, what a job to find some running room and move the chains.
I love the play call there, too, because 2nd and short, defense is thinking you might run it. So you try to catch him off guard with the pass. Nothing there. Even if you throw an incompletion, you're going to have a chance to run it the very next play, but it doesn't matter. This guy's just so athletic himself. He's able to go get the first. Let's get a fresh set of downs.
Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progression.
He's loose. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
And, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again. And how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the 2nd half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a master class in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way. And you're right, in college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
From the gun, it's Jackson. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
Well, at this point of the game, with the lead in the 4th quarter, deep in their own end, they're going to want to run the football, no doubt. The defense knows that, and they're going to be trying to rip it out, seeing if they can get a takeaway to set up their offense in great field position. So ball security right here has got to be big.
They give it to him again. Powers through the defender. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. Timeout called here on defense, so they'll have a couple remaining in addition to the 2-minute stoppage to try to maximize time and get the football back. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Zayn. Rush right in his face. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there.
Well, it was a good throw, it was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Long way to go on second down. Breaks through, it's Jackson. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
Big third down for this defense. Listen, you've got to get the ball back. You know what they're doing. They're trying to run the football, but we need the clock to be on our side so our offense has some time. Got to make a stand right here on third down.
2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on third down. Burrowing for yardage. They tried to go smash mouth on third and short, and it did not work against this defense.
And man, it's a big decision for this offense. Like, having the lead, does that change your mind? Are you less aggressive, or do you go for the gusto? You try to finish this thing off yourself by getting the first down, continuing to possess the ball here in the fourth quarter with the lead.
They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on fourth down. He will be stopped short of the line to gain, and they'll turn it over on downs. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. He steps out of bounds, and that'll stop the clock. Great awareness there on that run.
And this offense doesn't have very many runs left in them. They try to sneak in the run. Nice job by the defense making the tackle, but they've got to try to maximize their time, maximize their plays to try to get some points on the board.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Keelan Russell makes the grab. And wisely gets out of bounds to stop the clock. They've got the first down, now in plus territory and a chance to save themselves.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. Timeout signal forward by the Buckeyes. That's their first. And that got under their skin a little bit, having to use the TO after giving up the first down. Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. Handoff to the lone back. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this 3rd down play. Clock. Got it! And he gets it right on the cusp, maybe a few pebbles short of a first down on that football. I see the closed fist from the ref. It'll be 4th down. Has to have it on 4th down. Touchdown time! And in the final moments, they've taken the lead.
And this offense punctuates another drive. And how about the momentum? Palmer, they've got it all. The offense, the defense, playing together. They're on fire right now.
Yeah, I'm really impressed, David, with the resilience of this offense, because not everything was going their way earlier in this game, but they kept their head down. They kept chopping wood. They found a rhythm. And in this 4th quarter, David, they've been unstoppable.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Throwing, say it. Move to his right. Trying to make magic with his feet. He's knocked down short game, maybe a pickup of 3. That defense rallied to the ball in a hurry. Got to move quickly here. They need to get it to field goal range. Fires to the right. Hauls it in. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. The offense will use a timeout. Clock is stopped with 22 seconds left.
Man, this quarterback is going to have to be deadly accurate here in this 2-minute situation, right? And that's really what he's had to be all game long. He hasn't had a lot of yards because the coverage has just been so tight. He's had to be pinpoint perfect. It's been hard just to find completions, no doubt. It's going to be the same thing here in this 2-minute drive.
Dropping back, it's Sayin. Buying time to his right. Here's a throw downfield late. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26. The Buckeyes peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line. Here's Julian Sayin to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. They get the timeout call with 7 seconds left on the clock. That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. Wants to pass the clock an enemy. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted. They were back in their own end and they stopped the drive. Defense ends this game in style. Coming up with a turnover and now they can just kneel it out. 90 yards in front of them as they start the drive at their own 10. What a battle this game was. Went right down to the end. #1 team in the land gets knocked off. But sometimes this gives you a This is Gaylord Oklahoma Memorial in Norman. It's the Alabama Crimson Tide and the Oklahoma Sooners. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
The Sooners head coach told me here in the pregame, here at home with this conference opponent and heated rival coming in, this is an opportunity to make a name for themselves in the conference. The SEC is off to a competitive start, and they have got to prove themselves here today. Reese?
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. Fielded in the end zone, it's Sategna. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he had just taken the touchback. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
To throw, it's Mateer. Unloads to the wideout. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
He'll try to get to the marker himself. He's out of bounds a little bit short of the 40-yard line. Let's mark it at the 38. The running game doing work.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming in. There it is. And after that play got sideways, the intentional grounding brings up 2nd and long. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. 2nd down, gonna throw it. Oh, pressure's coming. And he gets rid of it.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Be interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
The misconnection leaves him with a 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw, keeping his eyes downfield. Has to throw it away on 3rd down.
Well, they try to throw for it there on 3rd down on the opening drive of the game. They don't get it, but let's punt the ball away. Let's trust our defense. And, guys, let's also trust this home field advantage and the crowd to get loud and make it real difficult on our opponent.
Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Spins away from the defender.
And how about setting the tone right there? Like, you're going to cover this guy coming across the field, get it to him early on the first drive, let him know this playmaker is going to be touching the ball early and often, and he picks up the big game.
Could not make his way to the corner. Alabama quickly back to the line. Making the adjustment. Trying to slip through and pick it up. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down. Russell will throw for it on 4th. And they can't connect, and the gamble does not work out.
Well, here's a classic sudden change situation early in the game. We're going to see a few of these as the game goes on, but with the defense getting that stop on 4th down in their opponent territory, the offense now has an opportunity to come out here and maybe take a shot in this sudden change situation, see if they can catch the defense napping.
Dragged down after working his way. Those feet were pitter-pattering as he picked up 6.
Positive plays, that's all you're looking for here in the option game. Not everything is going to be a 70-yard touchdown run, obviously, but if you can pick up positive yardage like that, and the quarterback makes good decisions, pitching it out when no one's accounting for the pitch, man, you'll take that all day long. They don't get the first down, but why would you stop running option after a play like that?
3rd and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. Sets his feet. It's Mateer. Finds a soft spot in the middle. Offenses gain momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. 6-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and 4. The Tide will have to call their first timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. The Sooners with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. grabbed in the backfield. It's Sategna. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Just barely got rid of it.
3rd and short in college football today. You see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
4th down and 4 yards to go. The offense will try to get it. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Rushes on. Gets drilled as he throws the big pressure on 4th down, and they'll get it back.
And the offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football and just weren't on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play. Defense gets the big stop.
Straight ahead, it's Rodgers. Knocked down in the backfield, 2 yards behind the line.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound, no matter who gets the football. We're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
Between the hashes, it's Rodgers. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale.
And as a quarterback, when you're throwing these slant routes against man coverage, location is so important. You want to put the football in a place that your receiver can catch the ball and continue advancing. So nice job by that QB putting the football.
It's a fumble. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
That looks like a really easy thing to do. Oh, the ball's just on the ground. Jump on it. That's an odd-shaped ball that bounces all kind of crazy ways. Great job by the defense covering that thing up.
Wide receiver going in motion. Using his legs, it's Blaylock. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on 1st down.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Gets the back moving.
Sweet.
Looking downfield, it's Mateer. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game, running or throwing it. In the second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. They've got to find a way to get some completions strung together.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a 4th down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're at 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
It's good. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Tied, ready to roll on offense. They coughed it up on that last drive, but the defense really bailed them out, holding him to a field goal, Jesse.
Yeah, and I think the offense kind of got away from their identity a little bit on that last drive, David. They got to kind of get back to doing what they do.
Yeah, and hold on to the football. I mean, defense just did their job. Stopped them, held them to a field goal, limited the damage. Now it's time for the offense to get the momentum going again.
He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Russell. Working the middle. And he'll have enough for the 1st down at the 42. Quick tempo here for the offense.
That's a really nice job plucking that pass. I don't know if another school has done as good a job as Alabama in recent years as bringing in top-level talent at the wide receiver position. When you think of guys like Julio Jones, Amari Cooper, Jerry Jeudy, Devontae Smith, this guy, he looks like he could be on the field with all those guys, too. He's got speed. He's got the ability to pluck the football out of the air. What a big-time weapon. How nice is it to play quarterback with this guy in the offense?
This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. On the move. Oh, he's got some space. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout, and these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Throwing Russell. Finds his back in the middle. Headed to the end zone. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Alabama! Lining up to add another. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And they finished things up with a dart from 24 yards out. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Mateer. Just couldn't quite stay in bounds while making that grab. It's incomplete. Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time. It's 2nd down. Pulls it. Now the pitch. And that might have been a bad read as the defense just swarms all over the pitch man.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that round.
Well, they're trying to get the big fella the football in the passing game, but they haven't been able to do that yet. He is a really nice target with his size and his athleticism, but him in the Q.
Oh, it's a fake. And the pass goes incomplete, and they rise up to stop the fake punt on 4th down. Have an incompletion like that, you always think, why not just let the quarterback throw it? The element of trickery was afoot, and it didn't work. The give to the lone running back. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Alabama pushing the tempo.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Couldn't set his feet.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Fuck.
And he missed it. No good. Guys, after the miss, still up by 4.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal, miss, make, rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. That's a way to give yourself some breathing room. Now the 2nd play of the drive from the 36. Back to throw, it's Mateer. Here comes the heat. On the run, deep down the right side. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Escapes the pressure going right. He'll pull it down. Kept it, and he's past the marker. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup. The Sooners have it with a 1st and 10. Press center down's going to the air. Finds his man. It's Hansen. Gets it down to the 33. They pick up the 1st down. Got to use their time wisely. Now a timeout call by the Sooners. That's their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Wants to throw on 1st. It's complete. Shakes a man, and he might take off. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the 1st down. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Out of the backfield, he's open. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. Timeout, Oklahoma. That's their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. 1 snap coming before they head to the locker room. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown Sooners!
Coaches talk all the time about finishing halves. Man, that is perfect execution down the stretch. Take the lead, take most of the clock, and you get the ball coming out. Way to close this first half. Great execution.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. They marched 79 yards on the drive, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. He'll be stopped, but good work there to get the ball out to the 37. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Keelan Russell. He's going to take off. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. And the Sooners will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes that Alabama offense. Low-scoring first half, but now an opportunity to get things off on the right foot here in the third quarter.
Well, and the good thing is you had time to go in the locker room. You had time to discuss what they're doing, what our plan of action is now moving forward, Palmer. It might have caught them off guard a little bit. They know they should have made some adjustments.
Yeah, you had a chance to regroup and go back and think about, okay, where do we think we have our best chance of success in this game? Which side of the offensive line can we run to? Which guy can we throw to hopefully now have a much better second half?
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense, or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
The Sooner fans booming, a cacophony of noise at the Palace on the Prairie on third down. Now here's Russell. Fires to the wideout. Another incompletion on third down.
Really nice job by the defense. Here in the second half, they've got to have the mentality with the lead. If we just don't give up any more points, we get the W.
Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. Fourth down, Russell. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think You see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
Alabama quickly back to the line.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
All right, this quarterback is going to have to start playing with a clock going off in his head. He knows he cannot hold on to the football too long, but players like that getting after him.
Looking down the middle. And that third down pass had some serious juice, but they couldn't hook up.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on fourth down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on fourth down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
He'll try to make the catch in traffic. He got nothing on the return. Outstanding job there. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. They'll start on the ground with Xavier Robinson. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Looking downfield, it's Mateer. Finds his man down the middle. No chance to run, but still a solid pickup on that one.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Turns into the pile. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36.
And these third downs obviously are so crucial, and that's why you call them the money down. But just to get the drive started, man, you get the third down, you get a little bit nervous. Nice job executing, running the football, moving the sticks, and now keeping this drive moving.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Blaylock.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative, and that's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
Second down to the air. Out wide, it's Blaylock. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37.
And that's a nice job by this offense. They got to find a way to continue to string good plays together. They've had a few, but they haven't put 3, 4, 5, 6 together, putting a drive like this together. Now, let's go pay this thing off and punch it in the end zone.
Handoff to Xavier. Turning it on. And he stopped, brought down at the 18. It'll be enough for the first down. The Sooners pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Here's Robinson one more time. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Got enough space, and he's going to score. Touchdown, Oklahoma! Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. one final play before the end of the quarter. Russell fires to the middle. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. At the end of the period, Oklahoma has the lead. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. So first down will open up the final period. Moves the pocket. It's Russell. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. There he goes. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30. Alabama pushing the tempo. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Can't hold on in the face of the contact.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
Second and long here. Tight end now in motion. Rid of it on the RPO. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Already in chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this third and short, they're still thinking touchdown. Throwing Russell. And the rush will get to him at the 25. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. Needs it. And he's brought down, but he picks up the first down, and the gamble pays off. The Tide trying to pay off this red zone trip. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
They'll need a bunch on second down. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Drives inside. He gets it all the way down inside the 10. It'll be first and goal from the 8. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. Looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Bama! And they take it in for 6 more points. Late in the game, and the confidence is building if only there's enough time to finish.
Time is ticking, but, man, you gave yourself a chance now. Now the defense, go out, do your job. We got the momentum. If you give me the ball back, I'm going to win. Let's go, defense.
On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Sooners will get things going on offense as they head onto the field. That last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
They'll move the wide receiver. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Down he goes. Defense calls a timeout. 2:07 remaining on the clock. Interesting strategy here to try to maximize their use of the 2-minute timeout. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. Sends it back in motion. To the air. It's Mateer. Fires to the middle. He's got it. Building momentum. Picking up a chunk of yardage. Moving the chains out to the 34.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
Here's a give to Robinson. And he's brought down after a short gain. The defense quickly calls a timeout, trying to save as much clock as possible. $1:57 left. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be 3rd down.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Out wide left, it's Sategna. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down.
Right there, I think you need a better play call. You got to help your quarterback out a little bit because the throw has got to at least make it to the sticks. On that last play, you're basically trusting the guy to make a few dudes miss in order to go pick up that 1st down. I think you need to start being a bit more aggressive here when these 3rd downs present themselves.
They'll keep the offense on the field on 4th down already with a 1-possession lead. Looking for the marker. They'll knock him down, but he moves the sticks, and the 4th down decision pays off big time.
Man, the nicest thing in sports to have is to be able to rely on the run game, to have the lead and be able to run that clock out. Just watch it tick, and the defense can do nothing about it. And that right there gets it done. Leaning on the ground game, and Jesse, I don't know about the clock, but that thing's about to run out.
And that's really